Rita Skeeter! Yes. That's interesting. So we could answer, we'll bring real change, or the Knights for Celebration. Not going to talk about policies now. The opposition is willing to support us. We're going to work with everyone. 2 or 4, 4, 3, 4. Lots of people want 4. We're going to work with everyone. Because we're saying this, because this, like, is almost, confrontational, right? Oh, sure, if they're willing to support us, right? No, we're going to work with everyone. Except everyone knows we probably won't, because that never works. Mr. Richter... Oh yes, this is the reformist. Clarified that as long as you hold your promises of democratization, they will support you on these issues to the end. What do you think about this statement? Welcome it. It's a challenge for us all. Want the other parties to join him in this endeavor. Don't expect much from him. Can't comment. No, I don't know. I welcome it. It's a challenge for us all. One more question. God damn, lady! I gotta get to my party! One more question. One of your first acts as president was to sign a campaign finance law allocating public election funds by seats in the assembly as opposed to a number of votes. Is this a deliberate attempt to defund the Communist Party and the Blue Deal Workers' Party, neither of which have reached the election threshold? Had it with your questions guard. My motivation is not for you to know. Perhaps it was. If left unchecked, those two parties are only trouble for me. To ensure the USP has the funds we need to stay in power long enough to truly bring democracy to this country. All of these answers are terrible. Oh my god. These are all like, seriously? I wasn't prepared with, like, a proper sort of diplomatic answer to this goddamn question? Yeah, no, she knows. I mean, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah, 4. No, trust me, it's to bring democracy. That's enough, ma'am, said one of the guards, while nudging the reporter away from me. A path through the crowd was now open. We quickly made our way to the entrance of the palace. At the same time, a dozen fireworks went off. Entrance was decorated. More maroon! Entered the lobby and joined the throngs of people. Heard a familiar voice. Ah, it's Peter! There they are, the most beautiful family in Sordland. Uncle Peter! Hi, Uncle Peter. It's great to see you. You two are growing faster than I am getting wiser. Are you sure you've gotten any wiser? Yeah. You gotta rib your best friend. I mean, come on. Maybe not. After all, I'm still sticking with you. Hey-oh! Ha-ha! Good stuff. Happy to see my family face, Peter. Evelyn. Peter's wife, Evelyn, approached us and shook her hand with a firmness that belied her delicate features. Congratulations, Anton. I have to say, the results were clear to me from the beginning. We both worked hard to make it happen. Yeah. We know you did deserve the position. Tonight, we reaped the rewards. Hope you'll show the same enthusiasm for the job. We should start by getting drinks. No, we'll definitely need a celebration after all that. Barely said a word to Monica. More than relieved to have this roller coaster ride over with, but of course now the real work begins. Yeah, managing the help, planning parties, daily trips to the salon to look your best for the foreign dignitaries. Ah, the life of a first lady. Don't be so old-fashioned, Evelyn. Seriously. I plan to use my power as first lady to advance the position of women throughout Sordland. Equal rights for our sex are long overdue. Wouldn't you say, Anton? 100%. Oh man, holy shit! Again, it is the 50s, right? As long as you don't burn the roast. Up to a point, yes. We mustn't neglect our responsibilities to the husband and families. Absolutely, and we'll work together to achieve that. That's my wife. Never content to be just a pretty face. You fucking son of a bitch. Yeah, so we're going to say 3. Monica flashes me a smile. Deanna suddenly jumped in between us and tugged on my sleeve. Papa, can we go? I want to see the ballroom. Having a conversation. Yes, it's time. Let's go. We left the lobby and made our way towards the ballroom. Inside, we were yet again surrounded by a noisy crowd, but this time it was the politicians who sought to appease the new authority in Sordland. I spent the next few hours shaking hands, joining various conversations, some serious, some superficial, and making speeches. We finally settled down at a dinner table with the Vectorns as the band... as the band started to play some slow jazz tunes. Oof, that was tiring. I have to shake another hand again. Maybe we should just keep, like, razzing him. What, you're already tired? Well, suddenly a loud bang noise echoed from outside the ballroom. Then another, another. What? The musicians stopped playing. Everyone in the room was looking around in confusion. Peter and I turned towards each other, realization dawning on both our faces. The music. The music's getting dramatic. Fireworks? No! Gunshots! Oh my god, all my hair just went up on end. Whoo! As soon as Monica heard the word, she lunged from her seat. Get down! Shield Monica and the kids. Shield Monica and the kids. I threw myself on Monica, Deanna, and Frank to shield them. Papa, what's happening? I knew it. We never should have gone. I mean, apparently, when the kid's right, he's right. Chaos broke out as some guests flung themselves under the tables and others ran towards the doors, screaming. Deanna burst into tears while Frank tried to comfort her, hiding the fear in his own eyes. 3 more gunshots rang out loudly. Carl Gracer. Oh, I want to click on you. Chief of Police. Okay. Mr. President, are you alright? Carl Gracer, head of the Sordland police force, was running towards us with 3 more police officers in decorated uniforms. They all had their guns drawn. As soon as he made it to us and saw that we were unharmed, he let out a big sigh of relief. Thank God. What the hell is going on? 1 second, Mr. President. He turned around quickly to his men. Check the perimeter, now! Paul, Jensen, follow my lead. We will bring them to the safe room. He now turned to Monica, Evelyn, and the children and spoke in a softer voice. Do not worry, the situation is now under control. Please follow me. The music is getting more and more crazy. We promptly followed Carl through the winding halls and corridors of the palace. His men still had their guns drawn, which did nothing to ease the tension. On the way, Peter made an attempt to break the silence. What a fucking night. Not over yet. Shush, not now. Can't you shut your mouth for a bit? And say that again. Not now, Peter. Carl turned to us with a serious face as we were about to round a corner. Quiet, please. Sorry, I talk when I get nervous. Peter, shut up. Dude, seriously! Read the room! Carl flipped the switch on the wall and a panel opened, revealing a hidden staircase leading to a large reinforced door. Inside, a set of emergency lights flickered on. The safe room was comfortable and spacious, with expensive-looking leather sofa. Hopefully we can trust Carl and he's not part of some coup. Small security monitors on the wall displayed grainy footage of each room in the palace. There was a boardroom and a pantry containing enough provisions to last us months. Monica and Evelyn sat the children down and started wiping their tears. Carl stepped away from us and made a few radio calls. When he was done, he returned to me and Peter. Yes, going to attack. Do I have clowns for a security force? Rebel! No. What's the status? Carl's radio suddenly crackled to life. Every second felt like an eternity as he pressed his ear to the receiver. When it fell silent, he turned to us. Good news. We're not in danger at the moment. The situation has been dealt with and the perimeter has been secured by the guards and the police. He glanced towards Monica, Evelyn, and the kids. If I may, sir. He gestured towards a more private corner of the room and started speaking more quietly. This is what we know so far. We've confirmed that 2 people were gunned down in front of the palace. The gunman is one of them, and we are sure that he was working alone. The attacker fired 3 shots at an MP, 1 to the head, 2 to the body, instantly killing him. Presidential guards of the palace immediately shot and killed the attacker. The gunman has not been identified yet and will require an investigation. The NP that was killed was identified as Bernard Circus. Oh, the poet, novelist, and short story writer. I remember him. There was a reference to him in like the first meeting that we had. This is huge, Anton. This will cause a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Peter pulled out 2 cigarettes and handed me one. He then turned to Evelyn. I could hear him trying to reassure her that everything was going to be all right. Monica was still trying to tend to Deanna and Frank. As Frank paced the room, mumbling that he should have stayed home. I mean... We're going to comfort Monica and the kids. I mean, he's not necessarily the opposite side, really. Like, he's, he joined the Communist Party at some point, a poet and writer. He was not necessarily, an opponent, necessarily. I sat down beside my wife and children. Nothing like this will ever happen again, I'll be sure of it. We are safe, I'll make sure everything's going to be fine. Don't promise anything that you can't keep, right? Don't make promises you can't keep. We're safe, I'll make sure everything's going to be fine. Like, it's a little different than this will never happen again. It might happen again, we don't know. Can't be sure of anything anymore, Anton. I lit my cigarette and took a deep drag, passing the secondhand smoke to my wife and children. I was going to see this through and keep my family safe, except for the lung cancer. At all costs. I crushed the cigarette on the ashtray. Dude, like, this is taking a turn. Whew! Glory to Astroska. Good party, yeah. Yeah. report. Security increase. Security measures at the capital have been increased after the murder of Bernard Circus. The mayor of Holsford reports that everything is under control. Everything's under control. Nothing to see here. Security around the Maroon Palace has been increased with the combined efforts of the Holsford Police Department and the Presidential Guard. Additionally, the entrance procedures to the palace have been revised with advice from security professionals. The police chief, Carl Gracer, reported that an investigation has been launched on the murder of Bernard Circus.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Hey, Linden Green, thank you very much. Thank you for the... Hold on, I can't read that quite right. Thank you for the great entertainment during this grim year. Much love from Sweden. Oh, Tak! Thank you very much. I really miss, not having an opportunity to see Sweden in the last year. But, at least everyone here has been safe and good and, mostly weathered it. But, I do miss it. And thank you guys for keeping me, oh yeah, the news. For keeping me sane throughout all this. Hold on, let's read the news first. You're right. Okay, this is about the electoral funding reform. Rayne welcomes Richter's words. People are reporting on the fact that I'm siding with the reformer. Denigrates small parties with the bill. I mean, you're not wrong. There you go. MP shot. Nation in shock. Sordland has been shocked by the grave news today as an elected member of the parliament has been shot dead in a suspected political assassination. Police sirens were heard around the clock. The fact that such a violent act happened in the heart of the capital during the new president's inauguration celebrations worried many citizens. The Red Youth is reported to have promised revenge. Oh, this is gonna help! This seems like it has the potential to be a spark that would swirl Sordland into political violence in the 1920s. Freezing temperatures recorded. The radical nationalist violence. So yeah, the leftists are blaming the right for it. and that the auspice that we have hijacked the election. Again, not wrong. But I just felt like a unilateral veto was just so rude. I don't know, maybe I should be wielding my veto power more. The mood in Situation Room was gloomy. My cabinet members were gathered to discuss the shooting outside the palace. Lilius presented the initial report. Bernard Circus was shot dead at 9:03 p.m. in front of the palace gates. He was an elected independent member of Assembly and, as you know, a famous communist. She spat the last word out with some distaste. Oh, see, I felt like she was fairly, leftist, but apparently she's, not as far as being a communist. The guards at the scene were 50 meters away and immediately took action by responding and killing the assailant, who was identified as the member of the nationalist organization Young Swords. The president and his family were unharmed, praise God. An MP shot near the palace. It's utterly unacceptable. What are the motivations? But why him? So I wasn't the target. I know. Absolutely unacceptable. I agree. We are reevaluating our security measures. However, the recession has affected their ministry negatively. This sets a dangerous atmosphere where the left versus right political violence in the 1920s might spark once again. Returning to those days would be devastating. The coups are the reason why our country has stagnated for a decade. Nia Morgna, Minister of Justice, sighed. The Red Youth has condemned the killing, but didn't stop there. They promised revenge. This will in turn spark further aggression from the Young Swords, and the whole cycle started because Bernard Circus expressed his views. We can't simply look away. Nia had always been one of the only members of the Justice Ministry truly deserving of the name. She had survived countless attacks on her character while fighting corruption within the ministry, and rising to power had only compounded her sense of moral duty. I like her. Freedom of expression is part of our Constitution. We can't have anyone, let alone an MP, shot for voicing different opinions. Hear, hear! Fully agree we should protect the freedom of speech. The thing ideologist of Red Youth promotes possess. Ooh, so we could be like, yeah, but what about the communists? They're bad too, right? Or we could just, we could shit on these guys. Which, I mean, sorta, but first of all, we should protect freedom of speech. We're gonna start with that. Our laws do, and for good reason. Silencing voices only results in fear and stagnations inside society. We had that before and know very well how it was. I hear your concerns. Our police do their best to uphold the rights of our citizens. We will prevent such an act from happening again by making sure our security measures are reevaluated. Minister of Defense Josef Lancia grunted in approval. He towered over the rest of us in full military uniform, his many war medals conspicuously on display. This guy. He looks really funny. He does. Agreed, ma'am. Our gendarmerie will also help boost security in the rural areas where possible. There might be more to come. Lucian. Oh yes, this is our our chief strategist. We should refrain from making the issue a political one from the start. It will only add fuel to the fire. It is political, though, isn't it? Or you're right, we need to calm the situation. It's early, but will we attend the funeral? Yeah, so, I mean, I guess getting involved in the politics is be like, we would be criticizing the right, or, you know, criticizing the left, or this, or whatever. I think we're going to say we need to calm the situation. That's number one. We got to try to, like, get everyone to chill the fuck out. That's going to be our new advertising campaign. Just in big block letters. You know, like, keep calm and carry on? No, it's just going to be chill the fuck out. That's it. Big banners, the big posters all over the cities. A government is capable of maintaining security. A job will be to reduce tension. Several police cars rushed past the Maroon Palace and everyone went silent. Regardless, a full investigation on all involved parties underway will find the survivors and punish them soon enough. Do my best to help coordinate the administrative tasks. Justice will be served and rule of law will return to the country stronger than ever. Only if we stay vigilant! Constant vigilance! Must think of the own budget. Too soon to jump to conclusion. Reckless act will have dire consequences. Internal stability must be maintained. Security funding might need to be increased. Should not lose sight of our real political goals like constitutional reforms. I don't think I want to say two. We're a country that's broke. Our solution can't just be to spend more money on security, because it's not going to get things any better. People want 3, I'm going to say 3 then. Should not lose sight of our real political goals like constitutional reform. Agreed, these matters shouldn't distract us from what the people want us to do. Lucian took some notes after checking the latest newspapers and reports. Seems that the tensions between the communists and nationalists will escalate further. It will be very difficult to pass any meaningful change if there is chaos in the country. Can't pass reform in such an atmosphere. We can't fix a recession if there is instability. We'll make it through this and deliver our promises. We will make it through this and deliver our promises, he said, filled with false hope. Hell yes, President Rayne. This will be it for today then. We will convene again soon. Thank you all and keep us updated. This meeting concluded and the ministers left the room with concerned looks. It was hard to anticipate what would happen next. Is this still turn 1? This is still turn 1. Although it says continue at the bottom, I'm assuming this is... Yeah, proceed to next turn. So we have now played through the very first turn of the game. It's okay, it only took 2 hours. Clearly, a lot happens in a turn. Wow! Check what? Oh, The Economist? Oh! Armadine Industries pioneering electronics. This is who we invested in. Did I just click through this without reading? The new prototype for the first pocket radio was displayed by the Arcasian electronics company Armadine Industries in Ventry City. After 6 years of research, the engineers behind the pocket transistor radio have revealed that the material science questions regarding the composites have been solved. The company is now filing patents for the products. The CEO of Armadine, Aaron Bridges, predicting an IPO in the upcoming years in a bid to raise further investments, has called for all venture capitalists who believe in the future of science and technology marketplace to invest in the company. President of Arcasia, Dwight Walker, praised the bright minds of Arcasian engineers following the announcements and called for further technological advancements for the military-industrial complex. Still, this is the company we invested in, so theoretically we're going to get paid out bigly. Bigly! Let's do a quick 75 turns. Apple. Yeah, or I was thinking, like, was it Sony that invented the Walkman? Like, it's sort of the iPod, but it's also sort of the Walkman, right? I think so. Time to play Dota Underlords. We're going to be wrapping... One more turn. Yeah, well, one turn seems to last a fairly long time. Pennacook, hey, thank you very much! This is awesome entertainment, so I feel obligated to contribute for some smooth whiskey to help your voice recover afterwards. Yeah, this is actually, like, really goddamn rough to do so much... I mean, I'm always talking when we play these games, but... I think my word per minute has like doubled over here, at least, trying to do this game, but it is really cool. I would like very much... Oh, there's radio stations over here, too. That's neat. I love the display of this game. I mean, it's simple, but very effective. Very effective. I think I might be interested in continuing this in future live streams or something of that sort. Or maybe I'll turn it into a Let's Play or something. I'm not sure what the format will be. We will have to see. We are wrapping up the stream here. We're going to be rating A Kiss for Luck in just a second. Tomorrow, I believe... Tomorrow's got more poker, right? Yes, tomorrow we're going to be another big epic poker game. of Doom. I can't remember the specs of that one because I don't have it open right now. But another bigly huge poker tournament is happening tomorrow, sponsored by PokerStars. So we'll be streaming more of that. I believe it will start at 1, which is 1 hour earlier than today's stream started. 1 p.m. Eastern time, which is, so that's 1300, so 1800 hours. Yeah, but I mean, so 6 p.m. In UTC, 7 p.m. European time, Central European time. We will be pokerizing some more. And then Saturday is going to be some more Vampire the Masquerade. So many streams, aren't you tired? Yes, very much, actually. This is like an unbelievably busy, because we're doing 5 streams a week right now, which is a big ask. And then I'm trying to see if I can still get some RimWorld and stuff at the same time, but it's a little tricksy. But we'll do the best we can. That's it. Let's rate a Kiss for Luck. I'm going to go, and I think I'm going to make myself some tea for my throat. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for some poker. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.